Right, I've got the meta glasses on, so I'm going to try and film this myself so you get a sort of first person view, hopefully. Right, so we're not sure if it's the ignition coil pack that's gone. The fault thing says number 2, which is this one here. I'm going to try swapping the coil packs on 1 and 2. I've got the instructions on the computer, so let's give it a go. Basically, we're going to have to undo this fit in here, we're going to have to take those 2 off, and we're going to have to take that fitting off down there. So let's have a go at doing this. Now, some of these clips can be a pain, but they're actually pretty lush once you know how to squeeze those blue bits in. That one goes out the way. Right, squeeze those blue bits in. Might take my 2 hands, but I think we've got enough light. There you go, so that's those out the way. Okay, so that's right. Now this one here I puzzled over. Can you see this one down here? But basically all you do is you pull this little collar to the left as you're looking at it, and it just, if you squeeze it there, and it just pulled off. And we might need 2 hands on it. Let's have a go. I literally just did it. There, yeah, so you just pull that, this bit just pulls back and it just goes over that. So that's that. Right, let's undo this 10mm socket here. Now, there's a couple of other theories that have come up. There is a recall or a technical service bulletin on the VLAR, and it says that they have an issue where it reports a misfire, and it's actually the earth on the wiring loom, the engine wiring loom harness. And it says to check that. Apparently, if you don't have a good earth, it can start to nobble through the coil pack. So it could be not a coil pack issue at all. Right, so we'll undo that. I'll get the screwdriver for that. And then there's a fixing down there. Can you see that one there? These meta glasses are brilliant, aren't they? Right, so I get a 7mm on those. 7mm, loosen that hose clip. How hard can this be? So does this invalidate my warranty? If I just have a look and do some investigation myself, you'd hope not, wouldn't you? But there we go, Land Rover's Land Rover. Right, will they ever know? Probably yes is the answer to that. Right, can I get on that one? That pipe's still a bit in the way, isn't it? Right, I think we're on it. Yeah. So I guess they've had all this off before at Land Rover at the main dealer when they were taking off number 4, because number 4 went last time, and you can see, right, there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to change the rear spark plug, you've got to take this black plastic stuff off, this cross main, the second bulkhead, this charger cooler here, all that's got to come off. But because I'm the problem one is number 2, he's just in here. Right, so left, yeah, sure enough, that one there needs to come off. And then, yeah, we've got that one off. Then we should be good to go. It's that whole stud's come out rather than the nut coming off, which is fairly annoying. I may have to loosen that. Right, let's release those 2 pipes out of there. Okay, that's that out. Right, where are we on now? So this one should just lift out. Let's move that out of the way, that's not cleverest. Right, so that Jubilee clip down there should be loose. Yeah, there's some movement there. Okay, right, so that is that. That's that assembly out, there you go. Right, so let's take the oil filler cap off. Let's not drop anything in there. Take the little skirt off, put that back on. Right, so it looks like we have this one here and this one here. Now he's already marked them as 2, 3. Now supposedly it was 4 that was replaced, but as you can see, 4's there. Now I'm not sure quite why they marked them unless they took them all out to test them, but we're interested in one, interestingly, which is not marked. Unless they put the new one on here, we'll have a look at the date codes, but 2 is marked, 1 is not marked. Right, so let's get these little, so you've got this little red clip, which I think comes out there, so that way, and then you can press on, yeah, on that bit there, and then connector comes off, okay? Right, so that's that out. Right, let's work out what Torx that is. Torx T30. They're fairly tight. Now does the screw stay with it, or does it come all the way out? Let's have a look. So we could test the earth, right? I think. Yeah. Okay, he's going to come all the way out, yeah. And then that should just lift off. There you go. You can hear some suction. So that is the ignition coil. We've probably got some batch code on there. That is it. We've got a date code on the 31924. So it could be the 31st of the 9th, or it could be a week code. But that's that one. Now that's quite interesting. That might be the newer one. Right, let's put that to one side and see if we can get this second one out. Right, let's see if we can lift that one out. So a misfire could be caused if you've got water or an oil leak or anything around these coils. So let's have a look. So nothing looks untoward here. Now look, that's an interesting look. That says 31222. So I reckon they might have put that last one in, and that might be the one that might XBYO. I wonder if they changed that one, because it's got no writing on it and it's got a different date code. Look, I reckon that 31924, which is probably after the car was built. So this may well be the one with the dodgy code, and this is the one that's gone. So let's swap these over. So let's put 2 in 1, and then we'll see where the misfire has moved. Has it moved with this coil pack, or is it something, the spark plug or something in the engine, in which case it will stay a misfire on number 2. So is that going to be the same date code? Yeah, it looks like that's the 22. So that, it looks like that one with the 24 date code is the one they replaced. And they put it on number 1. For some reason, maybe they were waiting for it to come in and put it back together, but I've made it easy for them. I wonder what labour they're going to charge Land Rover on the warranty if we ever go down for the warranty. We have to check that one out, because now it's on number 1. It's only going to be a 10-minute job, isn't it? Right, so I reckon we are tubes back on. We've got these connectors back on. We've put the little red tabs in. We're ready to go. Let's put the tubes back on and give it a check over. Right, so we're in the car. Let's take it for a test drive. So we've got the gap ID tool connected, and can you see that there on the camera? They're the live values, so we're going to keep an eye on those live values. So let's see if we get any misfires and on what cylinder we get them. Okay, check we're clear. Right, here we go. Accelerate. Wow! Now look, what was that? Shock horror. So that's on cylinder 2. Right. So that is cylinder 2. I'll put a screenshot on the screen of it. So it's not the coil pack. So there's something wrong with cylinder 2, spark plug or cylinder, because we've swapped, it was cylinder 2, we've swapped the coil over. So what could it be? Oh dear, this is getting more serious. Oh, I can feel it misfiring now. Right, is it? Yeah, it's just that. It's clocking up just as we're idling. Right, let's go drive again, and you'll see that it's not too bad when I'm slow, but it's under load. Yeah, just wash. Yeah, so not good. Right, back to the drawing board.